Since today is a day of memory, and I had some certain things happen today which really sparked my emotions and really made me angry, hurt, and among other things, I'm not going to talk about the situation, but I figured it was finally time for me to unleash a side of me which a lot of people haven't been exposed to yet. That is my ability to write poetry. I've never talked about this, but I can in fact write poetry, and I have a lot of poetry I've written. Now, I'm not going to read all of it, but I'm going to read. I have most of it's actually posted on my private blog, which no one can read. No one can read this blog simply because it's basically my private journal where I talk about everything that's going on in my personal life from day to day. I post things on it, literally I post 6 blog posts almost a day. Just everything that goes through my mind, I write it down on this private blog. No one can read it, and it helps me to go back. It goes back to 2008. I've been writing on this blog. I have over 250 blog posts, on this blog. But on this blog, I have some of my poetry which I've written, which I'm going to unleash to you guys today. And I also have some stuff that I actually submitted in a poetry contest and read on stage in front of people and stuff. But I'm gonna, if I'm looking to the screen, it's because I'm reading off of my private blog. So most of my poems are on my private blog, so that's what I'm going to be reading from. So my first poem is titled December. Your eyes gazing into mine, our hands in place. This is probably the last time I'll ever see your face. Everything will become memories of those I cannot remember. I wish I could replay that one day in December. I wish that your voice would be something the last thing I'd hear, that one thing I can replay that always sounds so clear. I know I will remember everything that we've shared, and all the times that I actually thought that you really cared. I could never hate you, my love for you only grows stronger, and the time passes by so slow, it seems I can't hold on any longer. You've got your new guy, I'm happy for you, there's not much that I could possibly do. You say that you like him and love me, but you still choose to be with him. I can't stop thinking about you. When I talk, my words, they slur. But here's to me, loving you, and you loving him. So you guys are probably going to get an underlying theme of most of my poetry. My love, your lie. I'm finished, I'm done, I have nothing left to give, I can't sleep, I can't eat, I've lost my will to live. They say talk is cheap, so I bought every word she said, all the promises she made just to turn out to be lies instead. Forever and for always, that's what I always told her. But I find myself alone as these winter nights grow colder. I tried to move on time and time again, but her sweet seduction continually drew me in. Exactly how she felt I really never knew. I thought I read the signs, I guess they just weren't true. I loved her so much, even more than I can say, but to her, love was just an easy game to play. I know I've said goodbye a couple times before, but I have to say just one more. It won't be a letter nor a poem made of prose. My last goodbye will be a single tear-stained rose. A beautiful white rose. It's what she'll always be, a symbol of my love and what she meant to me. Third poem, I Miss You. Actually, I'm not going to say that. That's not a good. I don't like that poem. It's not really. It has no rhyming scheme. It's just all random stuff describing the person I was with. Lonely. Couldn't wait for time, didn't give you space, pushed way too hard, now sadness on my face. I knew you leaving now, never to return. 1,000 bits and pieces, I guess I'll never learn. It shouldn't be this hard, just to be in love, stabbing knives and pitchforks, no help from above, implying God, by the way. Yes, I know you're leaving now, nothing I can do, here by myself again, lonely without you. That's the first batch. Now I gotta find the other batch I have on this blog. Now this next poem that I wrote is called Finding God. This poem was written, I remember when all these poems were written, but this one was written specifically when I was very, very spiritual. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I was very, very into religion at this time, and this poem was kind of dedicated to what I was going through at this time, and trying to communicate to God up in the sky, and talk to Him and communicate to Him. So that's why it's titled Finding God. My God, my Lord, my Father, can you take this pain away? I don't let my soul falter. Oh, please, can you lead the way? I know that I'm not perfect, I'm not what I should be, I'll continue searching for that lost part of me. It's hard for me to go on because I loved her true, but now that she's long gone, all I have left is you. I still remember clearly that horrible memory haunting my every dream when I asked, do you love me? The answer showing the end, the truth that made my heart sore. I love you, but only as a friend, but nothing less and nothing more. Will I fade into the sands of time? Will the pain just disappear? Can true love ever be mine, or has loneliness come too near? God, help me rise from this pain. All these emotions that I feel are slowly driving me insane. I can't tell what's fake and what's real. Am I supposed just to be happy, knowing she'll always be there, a friend who always will stand by me, someone that really does care? Or do I cry her name every night from the pain inside of me, knowing just by her very sight that true love will never be? I could have sworn she loved me too, just as much as I loved her. I really thought this love was true. She was everything my heart yearned. Yearned. Y-E-A-R-N-D, I think that's right. Yearned. The truth is finally seen. My heart is broken in two. The pain still lingers inside of me. So God, I come to you. Next poem. My love will never die. My body has gone, but your soul forever stays. I will miss you so much in so many different ways. I can't believe that you're gone, so far away from me, but in my heart is where you'll always be. I never really got the chance to say one last goodbye, but when I ever need you, I look up into the sky. So God needed an angel. He's taken the best. You're free from the pain, and now finally at rest. I want you back here with me because of the memories from before. I loved you then, and I love you now, but tomorrow I'll love you even more. You'll never be replaced. No one else will do. You are one in a million, and I will always love you. So my final goodbye is full of tears because you are the only one who could take away my fears. Missed forever, love will never die. Never hearing your voice again. This is our last goodbye. Next poem. A fake skin. I laugh, joke, and look as if I'm having fun, but inside I am crying. I smile, chat, and act crazy, but inside I'm crying. I talk to you as if there's nothing wrong, but inside I'm crying. I see you almost every day, but you have no idea how I feel, and inside I'm crying. I don't show how unhappy I feel, and inside I'm crying. If a gang of lads were attacking me with bats, you wouldn't try to help. You wouldn't try to take care of me. You wouldn't even drop a tear or even care. If a car hit me, you wouldn't be concerned. If I died tomorrow, you wouldn't be crying. You wouldn't come to my funeral. You wouldn't at all dare. If I committed suicide the next week, you probably wouldn't even notice. If I was on the front of a newspaper, or splattered on the floor, you wouldn't flinch an eyelid. And I'm sure if you wouldn't miss me at all, if I was dead, you might realize that you miss me. Way to end. I'm tired of the games you've been playing with me. Slowly all my fears are becoming true. What hurts most is that you always knew. All I'm begging is for you to stay. I know you never felt this way. Please don't go. There's nothing left for me to show. I've given you my all. This is my last chance, my curtain call. If you leave me, there is nothing left. I will leave to my well thought of death. I am blinded, so are you, by shedding tears, conclusions that separate us two. Tears have turned from sweet to sour and days to hours. I stand in the rain outside your home, razor blade in hand. Hours pass and here I stand. I called your names dozens of times. I know you are there. I can hear your cries. Finally realizing you can't cover up your solid lies, the clock strikes 12 and I give up. I close my eyes and prepare myself. I move the blade close to my skin. I try to say goodbye to fate before it's too late. I open my eyes one last time and see you standing feet away. Life must not be as unfair as they say. I smile as I gaze into your face. Tears that can't be confused with rain slide down your cheek. My happiness has finally reached its peak. I take a step forward, but suddenly I'm frozen. My skin turns cold and numbness covers me. I understand it, now that I see. I look down, and I feel a sudden frown. I look at your hands trembling. You are so afraid. Now I wish I could have stayed. I fall, and my eyelids get heavy. This is how it ends, I should have known, and yet my heart can't turn to stone. You drop the gun and run to my side. You give me a final kiss. These are the few things that I will miss. Now more than before, our hearts are tied, and I love you now more than ever. I meant it when I said forever. The Death Song. Smiling like a little kid, pretending like there's nothing wrong, holding a razor in hand as I sing the death song. When it all goes to hell and you've got nowhere to turn, just pick up a lighter and let yourself burn. If that's not enough, put a gun to your head, pretend your life's perfect, then bam, you'll be dead. When life's fallen to pieces and you're left on your own, just slice your wrist open and forget that no one's home. If you don't want to watch or feel the blood oozing, just jump off a building and know you're not losing. Here I am sobbing, but not from sadness or grief. With blood staining on the bed in my clothes, I cry with relief. Next poem. No shit. Thoughts running through my head, don't know what to think. I wish I had a blade and I wish I could... I wish I had a blade and I have to go see a shrink. But I don't care, I hate this shit. I just want to pull out my hair, I'm ready to shoot someone. Give me some bullets, I'm gonna say this anyway. I need a fucking gun. But I won't shoot someone else, just myself. Put the gun to my head, pull the trigger, don't give a shit, that's what I'll figure. Blow my fucking brains out, that's what I'll do. I don't give a shit. It's what I really want to do. So pass me some bullets and a gun, please, please. It's how I'll have some fun. I want to slit my wrists and then blow my brains out, so give me a blade too. I'm ready to cover my arm in red because of you. Just kill me, please, and make it hurt. I don't care, just be a jerk. Torture me if you want. I don't care, it's what you want. Fucking hurt me, make me bleed, 'cause I'm the root of all evil. I'm that fucking seed. I'm fucking pissed, I don't care. My life I can't bear. So blow my brains out, please, with a fucking gun. I hate my life, and I'm fucking done. I apologize if saying the F word offended you or you didn't want to hear that. I'm reading the poem as it is, and that's how I wrote it. So, if you're mad that I said that, too bad, so sad. Cool attitude. I thought I couldn't handle it. I even hoped it wouldn't happen. I laid my heart out for you, hoping to God it would be safe. I watched you break it, but before you did, you slow put cuts in it. To purposely hurt me and slowly kill me, I laid my heart out to you. It was the most precious thing I had. Why would you tell them you loved me when it was all a lie? Why did you pick me and watch me bleed and die? That's all the ones I have written on my blog. Now these are the ones I actually read publicly for a poetry thing in front of an audience. Edge. I am so terrified that you'll leave me, that you will shatter my heart. You could be cliff's edge, this could be the start. Where the end begins, the place where I lose my grip, but I can't let you know, I have to bite my lip. You're the land that I've waited for, waited so long to walk across, and even though you care, time could make you not give a toss. That a cliff could have crumbled, I'd be too close to the edge, I'd dash to make my way back and slip off the ledge. As I would be falling, you wouldn't be running to catch me. I would be screaming, and you would just detach. I realize this sounds absurd now, but in the future it could be true, that you could stop loving me and I will be blue. Left alone to cope, worst of all you wouldn't care, just anger in my heart that I ever even let you in there, because one day you could walk away like I was nothing, like memories didn't matter. Like everyone else, you would have started off to save me, and then you just let me shatter. Next one is deception. Ashamed of myself once again, but none of this is new. So apathetic and unforgiving, but inside my heart's broken in two. Lovely words surrounded my ears, giving me deception for some time. Fake a few smiles, fight back the tears, swallow the anger and say that I'm fine. Forget the emptiness, life is nothing but unfair. Pretending like nothing's wrong, honestly who would even care? Go ahead, pretend like you care, and I'll pretend like you mean it. Lie and say it's going to be okay, good thing you didn't see those tears fall. Angry thoughts and hurtful words. Explain why your words never seem real. I've been nothing but numb all this time. I tore my heart open, just so I could feel. Next poem is, what is this one? Worthlessness. Red bleeding tears roll down my face. They just keep telling me how much of it I am a disgrace. I feel emotionally sick. I can barely breathe, like I'm slowly suffocating, detached from what I believe. I'm feeling every emotion. I'm tired and alone, feeling violated and lost. I feel like a sinking stone. Blood droplets rain gently down on my skin. My numbing lips soon become a grin. My mirror image begins to scream. My eyes are in agony. I wish this was a dream. I can't control my bloodlust. It is me I cannot trust. To end all this aggressive pain, please end this and put a bullet through my brain. Voila, there you have it. All those poems are written by me. If you find them on a blog, if you find them on a poetry website, I would not be surprised, as I actually have published some of them on a poetry websites, and they have gotten, I think a couple of my poems actually hit Tumblr. I've seen a couple of my poems on Tumblr, actually. I said that wrong. Tumblr, I don't know how you say it. Anyway, that's some of my poetry I wrote. All of that stuff is meaningful to me. I wrote those, some of them very recently. Another thing, some of them I wrote last year, and sometime I even wrote some of those back in 2009. So some of those are recent, some of those are older, but I just thought I'd share with you my other side of, my dark side, I guess I could say, of poetry. And those poems truly do relate to a lot of how I was feeling in certain circumstances and situations, and some of the actions that I actually committed on myself. So with that said, I'm Mr. Epsion. You're probably going to be all depressed now that I just read all those sad things to you, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Peace the rep out.